Seniors, 3 vegetables you should never touch. And 3 you must eat. As we age, our digestive systems slow down, our metabolism changes, and our body's nutritional needs shift dramatically, especially after the age of 60. The foods that once energized us may now bloat us, drain our energy, or even worsen inflammation and joint pain. And while vegetables are often considered the gold standard of healthy eating, not all vegetables are created equal for seniors. In fact, there are some common vegetables that can actually harm aging bodies, causing everything from painful inflammation to digestive issues, and even worsening existing chronic conditions. On the flip side, there are a few powerhouse vegetables that have been scientifically shown to support healthy aging, improve brain function, reduce joint pain, and support heart health and mobility. The truth is, seniors need to be extremely selective about what they put on their plate, because even a healthy food can become harmful if it interacts poorly with medications or underlying conditions. So let's uncover the truth about which 3 vegetables seniors should absolutely avoid and which 3 they must eat daily for longevity, strength, and vitality. Let's begin with the vegetables to avoid. Number 1 on the list is nightshade vegetables, and while this includes several types, the primary culprit here is eggplant. Eggplants are rich in a compound called solanine, which in some individuals, especially seniors with arthritis or autoimmune issues, can trigger inflammation and increase joint pain. If you've noticed swelling or stiffness in your fingers, knees, or back after a meal that included eggplant, it may not be a coincidence. The solanine in eggplant can contribute to calcification of soft tissues, exacerbate nerve sensitivity, and inflame the gut lining, causing discomfort and reduced nutrient absorption, especially in older adults whose digestive tracts have already slowed in performance. Not only that, but eggplant also has histamines, which can contribute to allergic reactions and skin irritation for those already sensitive. Now, that doesn't mean eggplant is toxic to everyone, but if you're over 60 and suffering from joint stiffness or autoimmune issues, this is one vegetable you might want to avoid altogether, or at the very least monitor your body's response after eating it. The second vegetable seniors should be cautious with is raw cruciferous vegetables like raw broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. While these veggies are packed with nutrients, they're also notoriously difficult to digest when eaten raw due to their high fiber content and presence of raffinose, a complex sugar that the human digestive tract finds hard to break down. For seniors, this can lead to bloating, gas, discomfort, and even constipation. Plus, cruciferous veggies also contain goitrogens, compounds that can interfere with thyroid function, especially problematic for seniors already battling thyroid imbalances or taking medications for the same. When these vegetables are cooked, the goitrogenic effects are greatly reduced, and their fiber becomes easier to digest. So while it's not about avoiding broccoli or cauliflower completely, it's about how they're prepared. Raw forms can be too hard on aging digestive systems. Cooked versions are far better tolerated and provide the same benefits without the discomfort. The third vegetable to avoid, or at least limit heavily, is corn. Although it's technically a grain, it's often served as a vegetable and widely consumed by seniors in salads, soups, and casseroles. Corn is high in starch, which rapidly converts to sugar in the body. This can spike blood sugar levels, contribute to insulin resistance, and worsen conditions like type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome, which are common among older adults. Corn is also one of the most genetically modified crops and can be hard on the digestive system, leading to bloating and poor nutrient absorption. For seniors already dealing with slowed metabolism or gastrointestinal issues, this is a vegetable best limited or replaced with something more nutrient-dense. Additionally, canned or processed corn often contains added sodium, which can increase blood pressure and stress the kidneys, another health concern for older populations. Now, on the flip side, there are 3 vegetables that seniors absolutely must eat regularly because of their powerful health benefits, starting with leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. These are anti-inflammatory powerhouses loaded with vitamins A, C, K, and several B vitamins. They also contain essential minerals like magnesium and potassium, which are crucial for heart rhythm, muscle function, and bone strength. Leafy greens also promote healthy blood circulation, help regulate blood pressure, and support cognitive health. Kale in particular is high in lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants known to protect the eyes from macular degeneration, a common concern among seniors. The fiber in leafy greens supports healthy digestion, prevents constipation, and nourishes gut bacteria, which is essential for immune function and overall well-being. The key here is to rotate your greens, steam them lightly for better digestibility, and avoid drenching them in heavy dressings or cheese to keep them as healthy as possible. Next is sweet potatoes. This is one vegetable that seems almost tailor-made for seniors. It's naturally sweet, easy to digest, and packed with beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A, supporting skin health, immune defense, and eye function. Sweet potatoes are also rich in fiber, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels and reduce cravings. Unlike white potatoes, which spike glucose, sweet potatoes are absorbed more slowly into the bloodstream, making them ideal for diabetics and those watching their weight. The potassium in sweet potatoes helps regulate blood pressure and reduce fluid retention, a common issue for seniors, particularly those on diuretics or blood pressure medication. And the magnesium they contain supports nerve function and muscle relaxation. They are versatile, can be baked, mashed, or made into soups, and they pair well with both sweet and savory ingredients, making them a staple worth incorporating regularly. The third vegetable seniors should prioritize is beets, often overlooked. These vibrant root vegetables are a cardiovascular superfood. Beets contain nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that helps dilate blood vessels and improve blood flow. Better circulation means better oxygen delivery to muscles and organs, reducing fatigue and supporting mobility. This is crucial for seniors who may struggle with cold hands and feet or feel winded after minimal exertion. Beets also support liver detoxification thanks to a compound called betaine, and their fiber supports gut health. Regular consumption of beets has been shown to lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and even improve brain function. Some studies suggest that beet juice can enhance cognitive performance by improving blood flow to the brain. Beets can be enjoyed roasted, grated into salads, or blended into smoothies for a vibrant, nutritious boost. The takeaway here is that food can be a powerful tool or a silent saboteur, especially in the later stages of life. Many seniors struggle with symptoms like fatigue, joint pain, poor memory, or high blood pressure without realizing that certain vegetables might be making those problems worse by simply swapping out. Absolutely. Here is the beginning of a long-form, 15,000-word article in U.S. English Grammar, written in paragraph format as requested, on the title, "The Comfort Food That Quietly Weakens Strength and Stability." It often begins so subtly that you barely notice it at first. Maybe you feel a little more tired than usual. Getting out of bed takes more effort. Your legs feel heavier. Your balance is not quite what it used to be. And stairs that once posed no challenge now seem to demand more from you than they should. For many adults, particularly after the age of 50, these small shifts in strength and stability are attributed to age. And while the aging process certainly plays a role, it's not always the full story. In fact, there may be something much more controllable quietly undermining your muscles, joints, and nerves, hiding in plain sight and often consumed daily by millions of people across the country. The true culprit may surprise you because it's not some forbidden treat or exotic indulgence, but rather something commonly regarded as soothing, reliable, and even comforting. Yes, we're talking about a type of comfort food that, while emotionally satisfying, can slowly and silently erode your physical foundation. The foods we turn to for emotional reassurance during stressful times, or even just for nostalgia and habit, often come with a high price. When it comes to the long-term health of our muscles, bones, nerves, and circulation, the reality is that certain highly processed comfort foods have a direct impact on our body's physical structure, weakening us from the inside out without any obvious warning signs until a fall, an injury, or an irreversible shift in strength forces us to take notice. These comfort foods typically include refined sugars, excessive sodium, trans fats, artificial additives, and simple carbohydrates that have little to no nutritional value, and yet they dominate breakfast tables, dinner plates, and snack drawers all across America. From that box of macaroni and cheese to canned soups, from frozen TV dinners to packaged pastries and chips, the average senior is consuming far more of these than they realize, and the cumulative effects are staggering: weakening muscles, disrupting nerve signals, increasing inflammation, accelerating joint damage, and sabotaging the very systems we depend on to stay upright, stable, and strong. So what exactly makes these comfort foods so dangerous to our strength and stability? Why do they make us feel good in the moment but leave us more vulnerable over time? And more importantly, what can we do to reverse their effects and rebuild our body from within? To answer that, we must first understand how our bodies respond to food, especially as we age. Because food is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite you take sends signals to your body telling it how to behave, what to repair, how to move, and whether to heal or decay. And as you pass the age of 50, those signals become more important than ever. Your muscles are more sensitive to nutrient deficiencies, your bones begin to lose density, your nervous system becomes more vulnerable to inflammation, and your metabolism slows, making it easier for the harmful compounds in processed comfort food to do damage before we even realize it. Let's take a closer look at the components of these problematic comfort foods, starting with refined carbohydrates: the soft, warm white bread, the bowl of buttery mashed potatoes, the sweet pancakes and waffles, or even that simple bowl of pasta may seem harmless enough, but these foods convert rapidly into sugar, Once they enter the bloodstream, causing a spike in blood glucose, which then triggers a surge of insulin. Over time, repeated spikes and crashes in blood sugar levels contribute to insulin resistance, which is linked to chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and nerve damage, all of which compromise physical strength and stability. Elevated blood sugar also impairs circulation, particularly in the small capillaries that supply oxygen and nutrients to muscles, joints, and nerves. This impaired circulation can lead to a slow but steady breakdown of muscle fibers, a dulling of reflexes, and a decline in balance and proprioception, the body's sense of its position in space. And that's only the beginning. High sugar diets are also associated with the development of sarcopenia, which is the age-related loss of muscle mass and function. Studies have shown that excessive sugar consumption impairs muscle protein synthesis, which is the body's ability to build and repair muscle tissue. So while it may feel comforting to eat that muffin or sweetened cereal, it is quite literally chipping away at your strength on a molecular level. Then we must consider trans fats, which are commonly found in baked goods, margarine, fried foods, microwave popcorn, frozen meals, and many processed snacks. Trans fats are dangerous because they increase bad cholesterol, lower good cholesterol, and fuel inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a silent killer when it comes to muscle and joint health. It degrades connective tissue, slows recovery, and increases the sensation of pain, which discourages movement and physical activity. Over time, this leads to reduced muscle use and further atrophy, creating a vicious cycle. Additionally, trans fats interfere with insulin function, compounding the problems initiated by refined sugars. Processed foods high in sodium are another threat to strength and stability. Excessive salt intake contributes to high blood pressure, which damages the blood vessels and reduces circulation not just to the heart, but to the legs, arms, and brain. When circulation to the legs is compromised, oxygen delivery drops, muscle endurance declines, and nerve signals become less reliable. This contributes to that heavy leg sensation, weakness in the lower extremities, and unsteadiness that many seniors experience but often dismiss as normal. Aging. The truth is, high blood pressure caused by a sodium-laden diet is a direct contributor to reduced physical performance and stability, especially in older adults. Then we must not forget the artificial additives and preservatives in comfort foods. Many of these chemical ingredients, such as monosodium glutamate (MSG), artificial sweeteners, food dyes, and emulsifiers, have been linked to neurotoxicity, metabolic disturbances, and allergic inflammation. While some people may not experience immediate symptoms, the long-term effect of ingesting these compounds can be significant, especially when the body is already more vulnerable due to age, hormonal shifts, or pre-existing medical conditions. Artificial additives may impair mitochondrial function and reduce cellular energy output, making it harder for muscles to contract efficiently and for nerves to fire correctly. This means slower reaction times, less stamina, and greater fatigue, even after minimal activity. The good news is that awareness is the first step toward change. Once you understand how these foods sabotage your strength and stability, you can begin making small but meaningful shifts in your daily habits, starting with what you keep in your kitchen and how you prepare your meals, replacing processed comfort foods with whole, nutrient-dense alternatives. Not only helps restore muscle mass, improve circulation, and reduce inflammation, but also improves mood, energy, and cognitive clarity. A few practical swaps include using sweet potatoes instead of instant mashed potatoes, switching from white bread to whole grain sourdough, replacing boxed macaroni, and cheese with a homemade version using real cheese.